Introduction. Many know the pleasure of curling up between soft sheets and slowly fading into blissful slumber. Getting a good night's sleep is how we rest and recharge after a full day of busy activity. People and most other animals need sleep to function properly. Like food and water, sleep is necessary to keep minds sharp and bodies fit and ready to go. What is sleep? Falling asleep happens naturally and regularly. Sleep is also easily reversed. A loud noise is often all that is needed to wake a sleeping person. So what is sleep and what makes us fall asleep? People have struggled for centuries to answer these questions. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle considered sleep a quiet time. A quiet time of rest brought on by eating. That idea is not as strange as it sounds. Most people are ready to nap after enjoying a big meal. Some 18th century researchers speculated the sleep was caused by sleep toxins that built up during the day and eventually caused brain to shut down. As people slept, the symptoms fade away and their effects wore off. The better understanding of sleep emerged in the early 20th century. Scientists conducted by German researcher Hans Berger showed that the brain does not really shut down. Instead, brain activity changes and wakefulness shifts to sleep. The idea that the brain remains somewhat active during the sleep was groundbreaking. Berger's discovery prompted more research in how the brain functions during sleep. Researchers want to know just what caused those changes in brain waves. Scientists learned that buildup of a substance called adenosine affects the brain and triggers sleep. The body produces adenosine naturally as it expends energy. Over the course of the day, more and more of this substance travels to the brain. There, it acts too slow about the body's processes that are active when we are awake. It seems that those 18th century scientists who thought of the sleep toxins were not far off. The need for these. If our brain doesn't shut down while we snooze, what does it do? The answer, it helps us learn and solidify memories and information for long-term use. The brain first stores much of what we learn in what is called short-term memory. Short-term memory provides a good temporary storage site for new information, but it isn't big enough or strong enough to hold everything forever. We need to move the information from short-term memory to long-term memory. This happens while we sleep. Our brain creates new connections to reorganize information and knowledge. Doing this cements information in long-term memory, making it easier to recall and use what we've learned. Not only does falling asleep involve a change in brain activity, but the body's process change as well. When you are awake, the body breaks down cells and molecules as we use energy. This breaking up process is called catabolic activity. When we are asleep, the body shifts the anabolic activity. When new molecules form and cells are built up, this process restores body tissues and helps them grow. For this reason, sleep is essential for athletes during training. They constantly break down cells and tissue. They need adequate rest to restore those tissues and make them stronger. Anaerobic process. and also the reason that new babies sleep so much. Most infants double their birth weight in 5 months. The rate of growth can only happen if there is more building up activity than breaking down activity. We also sleep to help our bodies fight illness and heal wounds. Sleep strengthens the body's immune system, the network of cells and tissues that work in the fight infection. The body focuses the energy on healing rather than other activities. Studies show that during sleeping, the body produces more white blood cells, which fight illness. That's why doctors recommend bed rest for the sick patients. Sleep patterns. The benefits of sleep don't all happen at once. Sleep goes through multi-cycles. To understand how sleep works, research monitors brain activity, eye movement, breathing rate, and heart rates in sleeping people. They record all these measurements in a single graph called hinogram. The hinogram shows a pattern of different stages. There are 2 types of sleep: rapid eye movement, REM sleep, and non-rapid eye movement, non-REM sleep. And REM sleep has 3 different stages. During the first stage, people feel drowsy and start to doze. They may twitch and suddenly jerk awake. Imagining they are falling this thing doesn't last more than 10 minutes. During true REM muscle activity, REM activity decreased and the sleeper becomes less aware of the outside world. This is where memory starts to shift from short-term memory to long-term memory. More than the half of all sleep time is spent in the stage 2 REM sleep. During stage 3 REM sleep, sleepers begin to dream and form permanent memories. Breath rates, heart rate, blood pressure, and brain temperature are the lowest during this stage. It is usually very hard to wake someone from this sleep. This stage lasts for nearly a quarter of the sleep time. After cycling through REM sleep, sleepers enter REM sleep, which is quite different from the other stages of sleep. As the name suggests, closed eye movement rapidly from side to side. It is as if they are waking, watching a ping pong match. Brain activity, breathing, and heart rate are almost at waking levels. Instead of resting, the brain is speeding along. Yet the sleeper's body is completely still. Muscles become almost completely paralyzed during this stage. Perhaps that is because of the wild dreams that take place during REM sleep. Getting a good night's rest. Many things should happen when our tired head hits the pillow. When they don't, it can cause trouble for us during the day. When we are sleep deprived, we can become cranky and make more mistakes when working. We are also less creative and have difficulty with problem solving. Our brain doesn't struggle alone. Studies show that the body had a harder time maintaining the stable body temperature without enough sleep. Wounds take longer to heal. It is vital to maintain good and constant sleep habits. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. This helps your body on the regular schedule. It also helps you if you limit screen time. Try not to watch television, do computer work, or even use a tablet or smartphone right before turning in for the night. Avoid intense activity before going to bed. Going for a walk is fine, but anything more could increase your body temperature and make it hard to fall asleep. If you have trouble falling asleep, try taking a warm bath or shower beforehand. Either one will relax your muscles and help you slip into a perfect, peaceful slumber. Good sleep habits keep the body healthy and the mind sharp. Remember, if you don't snooze, you just might lose.